Hey folks, Political Violence PV here in the spin room out of Montana, where the prairies meet the mountains. The following is a recording of a live interview I did on Twitch with Democratic candidate for U.S. Senate Alani Bankhead. The very first part of the interview, just kind of introductions, was unfortunately not there as I hadn't hit recording yet, but we started recording a couple minutes in and we got the rest of the interview in, especially once we were about to get to the important issues and the campaign and everything else about Alani. So enjoy the interview and please come check us out on Twitch. We do music and art most of the time, but like you're about to see, we do political interviews every now and then as well.
Awesome. I just realized that I hadn't started recording this so I could put it up on YouTube. So we're starting a little late on the recording, but that's okay. We're going to get to all the important stuff, and that's what I know people will want to definitely see later.
Totally, yeah.
Just looked over there. I was like, oh no, I forgot to record this. Let's get going. You've talked a little bit about your work history and your public service background. Real quick, can you just tell us real brief about what you've been working on most recently? Because I believe you've been working on like child predators online, things like that. Can you explain that just a little bit?
Yeah, so I retired from the Air Force in February after almost 22 years of serving. So most of my career I spent working counterintelligence, so hunting spies and terrorists. So the people in movies with briefcases full of money, and you meet with informants and you get intelligence. That's what we do when you're a counterintelligence agent. And so everybody knows NCIS. The Air Force has its own version. It's called the Office of Special Investigations. So we have to be the three-letter agency for all the three-letter agencies for the military. So we have to be the FBI, the CIA, the DEA, the Secret Service. We do all of those missions. And so I ended up specializing in child sex crimes. My very first case that I ever had was an attempted murder case that turned into a child exploitation case. And when I got that first confession and I realized that I could be a tool to seek justice for kids who had no voice, I was instantly hooked. And so I did a lot of work, and it's called the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. It's a coordinated effort of more than 70 task forces around the United States and the world. And it was just really amazing getting to do that. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. So I left active duty in 2016. I switched to the reserves and I went to work at the International Justice Mission, which is one of the biggest anti-slavery nonprofits in the United States. I was in charge of their South American investigations operations and training foreign law enforcement on how to investigate child rape and child trafficking. And then my husband got an assignment to Hawaii. So we moved to Hawaii with the military, and I became the alternate commander for the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. So we were responsible for all the American territories in the Pacific, which is Hawaii, Guam, American Samoa, and the Marianas Islands. And so I stood up all those large scale operations. So, the To Catch a Predator operations, we did many missing and runaway foster kid operations. I've done a lot of public speaking. I have a dog named Lulu, who's an electronic detection canine. She finds digital media evidence in child sex abuse material cases. So the tiny micro SD cards or the thumb drives or whatever that contain all that evidence, she'll find them. And we actually did a TED Talk. So if you Google, if you Google really Alani Bankhead TED Talk, you'll see Lulu and I, and it's really fascinating how these dogs came about. And honestly, it was just a normal person wanting to be of service, just like you and I, and they used their creative skills to create these dogs. And now there are over 160 of those dogs. And that's kind of the whole point of this campaign, is just to remind people that we are the solution that we seek. And so often we feel like we're not good enough or qualified. But the point is, if you offer your little bit in service to your community, and we all do that, that's how we get a better community at the end of the day. So yeah, child exploitation is where my heart is. At the end of the day, I realize it's because I hate bullies, and I always have, so ever since I was a little girl, anybody who used their power against someone that was weaker was just really offensive to me. And so we're just fighting the biggest bullies on the planet on this campaign, and we're going to take it all the way to DC.
Mm-hmm. I want you to know that the chat right now is first of all, saying thank you for your service. and saying that you sound like an incredible person and very interesting work. And Sir Duke, I'll make sure to get that ticket in the bucket for you. We're doing a giveaway real quick. I'll tell you about that. As you know, I'm an artist, and all summer long, my viewers can put in a ticket in the bucket for a original Hamilton musical piece that I'm going to do in September. So if you want in on that, you're going to have to join Twitch and then come back and get your ticket in the bucket one time per stream. So Sir Duke and anybody else, please get those tickets in. I'll make sure I check those at the end of the stream and get them in. Let's dig into the weeds of issues and politics and so forth. Real quick, could you kind of tell me what you see as your top 3 legislative goals, both for Montana, for the nation, combined, separate? Because the U.S. Senate, you're obviously trying to serve Montana, but you're also thinking about national needs.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I'm a military girl, so I think in strategy and tactics. So strategically, kind of the really big picture stuff that we're trying to do is we need to get government back to working for the people. And the first way we're going to do that is by rebalancing the powers between the houses as the framers intended, right? So our framers, back in the day when they were writing these beautiful documents, they fought a lot. They fought like we're fighting right now, but they were all committed to coming up with a solution that benefited the entire country. And they eventually put their differences aside. And not only that, they came up with this brilliant idea of, a two-pronged legislative house, one that has equal representation for states and one that has representation based on the population. And so unfortunately, Congress has ceded a lot of their powers to the executive branch. So bringing that back into balance would be a big priority because we all need accountability, every single one of us, including me. And right now, there's less accountability for the executive, which is why we're having a lot of these issues. Holding government accountable is really important for me. I've done that my entire career. I'm not scared to have a hard conversation. And then on the tactical level,
yep, there's one.
Yeah. And then on a tactical level, affordability. So housing and healthcare are the top 2 things we hear everywhere we go. People are struggling to put food on the table. Obviously, gas prices are really, really high right now because of the illegal war in Iran. And frankly, I have a master's degree in international relations. I understand all the theory and the history behind how countries came to be. So countries actually exist for 2 reasons. Number 1 is to continue existing, right? That's what national security is. And number 2 is to provide the best possible quality of life for their constituents. So there's a social contract that exists between government and the people that says, hey, prehistorically, you could kill and be killed and rape and be raped. But if you cede kind of like your power to us,
kind of language with the social contract.
Yeah. Right. But the idea is that if you give up your right to kill other people, we will protect you from being killed. Right. That's what a government is. And unfortunately, in terms of affordability, we've broken that social contract with the people. So healthcare and housing should not be about business. Healthcare and housing should be about getting people access to those resources so that they can have access to great quality healthcare and put a roof over their head in the richest country in the world. And so unfortunately, government really has become about being bought out and serving the 1%. And there's nothing wrong with having a business. It's just when government services become business-like, that's when things aren't good. So immediate legislative priority would be getting housing and healthcare back on track and taking private equity out of both of those, because you should, it's fine. You got to make a little bit of money, right? Because you got to keep the lights on, but you shouldn't be making hundreds of millions tens of millions of dollars in profit and bonuses for CEOs. That's just wrong. So those are kind of the 2 big things that we'll be working on.
Okay. So I want to talk about money. It's a big thing in our world. It's a big thing in campaigns and elections. Let's talk about your likely opponents real quick. Oh, actually, I want to go back to a question I skipped over here. If possible, can you use 3 words and 3 words only to describe our current senators in Montana. 3 words for each.
Okay. Bot. I don't know if there's one word, like not in touch, like not communicating, basically. And
like maybe absent or something.
Yeah. Absent. Yeah, that's a great one. And self-licking ice cream cone. I don't know. It's a lot more words than 3, but yeah.
Self-licking ice cream cone. Oh my God, I love that. I'm going to have to use that. Thank you so much. That's a great phrase. Okay, those are our current senators. And for those that don't know, Steve Daines is stepping down. That is the race that Alani is running for. And Tim Sheehy is our other one. So if elected... Oh, wait. Sorry. Let's talk about your likely opponents. Almi, I believe is how it's pronounced. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's just Alm.
Yep.
And Bodnar. Alm is for Republican.
Mm-hmm.
And Bodnar is independent. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a very interesting race, something that most people are not going to have. Both have more in their war chest right now to run their campaigns.
Yep.
And both are largely more known to Montana, especially because you said you're brand new to Montana 2021. Mm-hmm. What are some of your objectives real quick, for competing in funding and trying to close the gap on recognition amongst voters? Yeah. Something that could, of course, be argued as going hand in hand.
Yeah, totally. So there's actually a 4th candidate. It's Kyle Austin. He's on the Libertarian ticket also. So there's 4 of us in this Senate race. But yeah, in terms of fundraising, so, it's interesting. We
always have that random Libertarian running.
I know. So in terms of fundraising, so, I came in this race in January, and it's funny because everybody was like, who's this chick? She's never going to win. And then we won the primary. And also in January, and even before that, everybody swore up and down, that Montana's a red state. There's no way the seat's going to flip blue. And I need to make one of those "you are here" maps, like on the journey, right? Because Politico actually wrote a report last month that Americans for Prosperity, which is a GOP PAC, sent a note to Senate GOP leadership saying the U.S. Senate seat in Montana is at risk of flipping blue. So it's just funny how in 6 months we've gone from who's this chick? She's never going to win. The seat's never going to be anything other than red to, oh, she won. And, the seat's at risk of flipping. So it's politics, folks. Like anything can happen. And being new to the space, it makes me laugh when I hear people talk about, what's your fundraising strategy, or like, you don't have name recognition. And I really believe that this is the year that all the old political rules are out. If name recognition mattered, Tim Sheehy would not have been elected because he also came in with no name recognition. Yeah. If polls mattered, Hillary would have won.
Yeah, Tim Sheehy was virtually unknown. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay. And same thing goes for fundraising. If fundraising mattered, John Tester would have won.
Jumping in there.
Oh my gosh, no, not at all. Well, we're going to do this thing. It's great. But yeah, so, Tester raised more money than Sheehy did, but that didn't matter either, right? So I'm a military girl. We've always been taught that you just get the mission done with whatever you got. And my job is to do the very best I can in service to this community and meet the community where they are. And so we raised about $23,000 in individual contributions because I don't take APAC money. I don't take corporate PAC money. I don't take any dark money of any kind. It's all individual contributions. And we won the primary with $23,000. And so, obviously things are ramping up. We heard a lot of people kind of saying like, oh, we're going to wait till after the primary to donate and figure out where the money is going. So the money is starting to come in. But at the end of the day, I really believe this campaign is about showing people that you don't need millions of dollars to win a campaign. I think this is the year that we take government back. Now, I can't do it by myself, right? I I'm offering to run, and it's up to the people of Montana to decide that they want me to represent them and that they want to be part of this. And that means that everybody has to do their little bit. So like, when you first reached out, I love the concept of this. It's like all of your gifts, right? It's like the political conversation, the vinyl, like streaming, like, and maybe initially you thought, this is kind of a crazy idea. Would anybody actually care, right? But look at all the people that are here with you now because this platform resonated. And this is your contribution to the fight, right? So this is one of the core messages of the campaign is everybody has to bring their little bit, no matter what that looks like. And the most powerful leaders are the ones that are the most humble and reluctant and feel like they're not quite the best, right? So we hear a lot of folks that are like, I want to help, but I just feel like I'm not good enough. And I'm like, that tells me that you're exactly the kind of person that we need to work with because you're humble. You don't live with your ego being front and center. And that's the movement that we're creating now.
I try not to. As a teacher, you have to be humble or you won't succeed. You have to be able to kind of self-humiliate yourself in front of the class in order to succeed. They need to see that you're human. Is it safe to say then that you are in favor of Montana Initiative I-94, 194, I think it is, prohibit entities from contributing to state and local candidate and ballot measure elections initiative that would effectively get rid of dark money in Montana?
Yeah, so this is called the Montana Plan. 1000%. I've advocated for it dozens and dozens of times, especially with the amount of dark money that we had coming into the primary. It's really wild to be like subjected to these forces that you have no control over, and you can't even legally tell them to stop doing it. It's completely wrong, and that's not what the founders intended.
Can we talk about those when we get a second?
Please. Yeah, of course.
Okay, because it definitely was present. Folks out there listening from around the country and maybe even around the world, Montana has been trying to take a stand against the Citizens United ruling for quite some time. We have an initiative on the ballot to essentially override the Citizens United ruling, but that doesn't stop money from being spent right now. So this one, I need to read a little bit because I had to prepare it in the best way possible. So just hang with me, and you'll know when I'm ready. Progressive Vet Super PAC, which is located out of Billings here in Montana, and More Jobs, Less Government PAC out of Massachusetts spent almost what I could find $4 million in the Democratic primary that you just won. More Jobs, Less Government, who supported Sheehy for Senate, a Republican, and is known for meddling in Democratic races in Montana. They portrayed you as ready to work with Donald Trump on immigration reform, and I know you've spoken out on that, and we'll let you speak on that in a second. Progressive Vet Super PAC didn't just run ads promoting your primary campaign. Their PAC also reports, or their PAC official financial reports show they actually staffed calling centers to contact voters and urge them to vote for you. After the More Jobs, Less Government ad falsely claimed you were a Trump-friendly Democrat who had worked with the administration on immigration, you, number one, called it a fabrication. And then you said, anybody that suggests that I'm going to support the current immigration policy, which is counter to our constitutional liberties, is mistaken. So it's public record that these PACs spent big to influence the Democratic primary that you just won. One of them, a Republican PAC that meddles to probably try and influence who is going to go up against their folks. And the other one, actually, I believe, supported John Tester, who is, as far as I know, supporting Bodnar. So, would you support legislation here in Montana or even in Washington, D.C., for the United States to move solely to public funding for elections?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And not only that, I mean, we've looked at different models around the world. So like New Zealand's a great model, right? Where their legislators, like they're not campaigning throughout the legislative cycle, they're legislating. And then everybody stops and they campaign for something like 6 weeks, and they're capped on how much they can fundraise. And it's a small amount of money. It's like less than $50,000 or something like that. So when you're campaigning in New Zealand, you focus on that. It's a small amount of money. You get it done with that. And then when the election's over, everybody goes back to legislating like it should be. Right. So absolutely. I mean, I don't know anybody aside from the rich and powerful that want to keep citizens united. From day one, I've been opposed to it. And, the hard part is the money was spent outside of my campaign. So we'll get, requests from the press where they're like, have you talked to Tester or Bodner or like any, Mafi Funk is listed as the treasurer on this progressive vet pack. Like, I've never met any of these people. We've never talked. Like, the truth is much less sexy than, the conspiracy theories that people want to believe. It's unfortunate because I can't control what they're doing, right? All we can do is speak out against it and just speak our truth, which is we've never taken money. And the FEC filings are very clear on that. And it would be illegal for us to talk to anybody related to a PAC, even to tell them to stop. So it's really tough, honestly.
And I found that in all the filings too. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, it's hard with the delay. I'm trying to find the right spot. So I apologize. I'm really trying not to speak over you by any means. I'm looking at the clock. We have about 10 minutes. Is that right for you? And you sound what do you have next real quick? What's next? You said something big for you?
We're doing a big press conference in Missoula at 1:00 Montana time, and it's creating all this drama. Oh my gosh, people just lose their minds online about politics. It's really weird. But yeah, we'll be in Missoula. So
you're going right into the Den's Nest, Bodnar's background or home ground right there.
That's right.
By the way, I'm a Grizz. I'm a Montana Grizz. I love my Grizz, but I go in there and so. By the way, do you have a preference on Cats versus Grizz since you're fairly new to Montana?
I love them all. I'm one of those. I hope everybody just has a good time. Football people.
Oh man, that's not going to fly in Montana politics. I hate to tell you this. We've been playing football against each other for over 100 years. We're one of the oldest rivalries. I don't think the Kumbaya message is going to resonate, but that's okay. You sound a lot like my mom. I'm a huge Yankees fan, and she was born in the Bronx, and she was a big Yankees fan, and occasionally she would root for the other team when the Yankees were killing them. I'm like, what are you doing, Mom? You're going to make a comeback happen, and it always happened. They always came back. I'm like, do you see what you just did?
That's so good.
All right. So we got 10 minutes. Let's talk about some fun stuff real quick. We'll go through these rapid fire best we can. So you're victorious on election night. Where are you celebrating?
Probably some hole in the wall, pubby bar somewhere in Helena, just with the people celebrating where we should be.
Okay. Nice. I don't know the Helena pubs, so I can't help you there. The one that I went to when I was super young, my parents would take me to a pub. It was called Bert and Ernie's. You'll have to ask the locals if they know it. Do you know it?
Yeah, they closed it. It closed a few years ago. Yeah, there's now the Union is there,
so
which is... I know, it was a great place, but so the Union is owned by the people who do Old Salt Festival. So it's a great restaurant, but yeah, Bert and Ernie's is gone now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just a regular, we had one in town and it closed a long time before the Helena one. It was one of my dad's favorite places to go. So we would always go there. Okay. Let's play an association game here. I'm going to fire some things at you, and I just want you to literally give me the first thing you can think of. And I'll start with we're throwing some political ones in here, just so you know. But we'll start with some other ones first. Hawaiian pizza.
Delicious.
Delicious. Legos.
Ouch. From stepping on them.
Ouch. I had a feeling that was going to be a response when I put that on the list. All right, Pete Hedgeseth.
Oh, he's got to go.
I don't know if you've seen his recent workout videos. They're kind of hilarious.
I just can't.
Pearl Jam.
Whiny. I hate to say it as a child of the 90s. I can't do, it's like the one band I can't do.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I actually saw them open their American tour for Yield up in Missoula, because the drummer's from Montana. And that was back in my college days, so I'm a big Pearl Jam fan. You're not going to hurt my feelings by any means. That kind of one of those, from the generation, depends on where they went, how people feel. CBS.
Blank? I have no opinion.
Okay. How about Twitch? Your experience right now on Twitch, because I have a feeling you're fairly new to it.
I am fairly new, but I have had interactions before with it, and I just think it's a really fun community of people to connect. I think it's such a cool tool, and I'm looking forward to getting into it a little bit more.
Nice. Well, please do hit that follow button and come on back and just enjoy the vibes, enjoy the art, and tell all your friends, of course, and we'll have you back on anytime you want. I promise.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you.
So you're not a native Montanan, which I don't like using that word, but you're not born here. What are your favorite places, real quick? You can just name them. You don't have to tell us about them, but what are your favorite places in Montana for our viewers to know?
Oh, I mean, Glacier is like another planet. It's just amazing. Really love Miles City. The history is just like imbued in everything in Miles City. There's so much legacy there, and it's such a great reminder of like the generations that came before us and built what we have, and now we get to steward it and build it for future generations.
Sure.
I love Butte, America. Butte is such a fun town. People are so feisty.
Butte, America. Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's just such a great personality of a town. Really love Hamilton. I mean, what I love about Montana towns is everyone has their own unique personality, and like Montana really respects its roots and heritage, and you can see that. And it's like seeing history, fly across, your eyes kind of thing. And so there's so many special places. Of course, we have our couple favorite hiking trails here that nobody else would know about. Our house is like, we love the peace that we have in our house. Our neighborhood's amazing. Our community is phenomenal. We just feel really, really lucky.
All right, I got 3 minutes left, so I'm going to cut this next question down a little bit, but then we're going to play a game to finish up after that, okay? So the next question is, can you name a book or two that you, right off the top of your head, can say changed your life?
Oh my gosh, so many. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho changed my life. I read that book like every year, and just something else different pops out at me. I mean, the Bible, I'm a red letter Christian, not a red hat Christian. So the Bible has been really influential for me. Really anything by John Meacham. He's a really great historian. And Colin Powell.
I love John Meacham. Oh my gosh,
isn't he so good? Yeah. Colin Powell's books, including My American Journey.
He has a new book out on. Colin Powell's great. I think a really interesting character. I was just saying, John Meacham has an amazing book out, about all the president's speeches of the last 100 years or something. I looked at it. It's 1,000 pages long, and it's not really written by him. It's more of a collection, but I really want to read it because I love that kind of stuff. So what was the book by Colin Powell, really quick, and then we'll get to the game to finish?
My American Journey.
Okay. And I can see how that probably would resonate with you, having been in the military and so forth. And kind of one of those really interesting characters, especially having served and in the Bush administration and so forth. Very, very fascinating, that time of events and how it really changed a lot of his narrative, but then he also had sort of a coming back after that debacle and what he supported at the time. Kind of interesting. I would want to read that. Okay. So, I'm going to steal you like 2 minutes so we can finish this up, and then I promise we'll say goodbye. This is simply going to be Gen X hits next line, okay? I'm going to give you a Gen X song line. I want to see if you can finish it right off the top of your head. So round 1 is really quick. There's 3 in each round. Just a small town girl.
Living in a lonely world.
I could read your lips. I knew you got that one right. Sweet dreams are made of these.
Who had a mind to disagree?
I think you got that one too. Very good. Don't stop believing.
Hold on to that feeling.
It's so funny how I can read your lips getting that right. All right, round 2. This is alt rock. With the lights out.
I don't know.
It's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us, Nirvana, I believe.
Oh my God!
Right, how about?
But you know what? Because I make up lyrics to that song. I mean, I'm a Nirvana girl. Like, I don't know the real lyrics to their stuff. So
who doesn't? I should grab my Nirvana piece so you can see it, but we don't have time. I'll show it to you next time you come by. All right. How about I'm a creep?
I'm a widower. That's another
totally.
made up one.
She said, I'm a weirdo. A widower? I'm a widower. That's good. I'm a weirdo. All right. Every breath you take.
Every move you make, I'll be watching.
Very good. Yeah, not a creepy song at all.
No.
Although that's not the Police song that I ban on my stream. All right, round 3. Let's go a little bit harder here. True Gen X deep cuts. Black Hole Sun.
Won't you come?
Oh, yeah, I totally got that one. Soundgarden, yeah. Let's see here. When I Wake Up.
I don't know.
Well, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes right home.
Yeah.
The Proclaimers. There you go. All right, one of my least favorite songs of all time. Next, Closing Time is the start of the line. Closing
Every
time.
new beginning is some other beginning's end. Oh my gosh!
You're on the right song.
Yeah.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Oh, that's right. You don't have to go home, but you can stay. I love that song. How do you not like that song?
Yeah, they played that at a bar. Okay, so real quick, I was in Missoula, Montana for school, and there was one bar in particular that when they closed it down at 2 a.m., they put that song on every single night, and they blasted it until your ears bled. I can't listen to that song because of that. Same as I can't listen to Happy Trails because I worked in a music store and that's what we played every night to get the customers to get their shit, excuse my language, and go to the register and go home so we could go home.
So funny. I love
Maybe
that.
I'll edit that one out. All right. Expert mode, pour some sugar on me.
I don't know the next lyric. I mean, I know this. Put
you don't know that
some
one?
sugar on me. Yeah, I don't know the rest of it. Yeah.
In the name of love.
Oh, there we go.
All right. I know you know this next one, but I guarantee that he doesn't even know the rest of the song unless he has a prompter. We didn't start the fire.
It was always burning. Something.
Very good. I had to wait for the delay on that, but I was pretty sure that's what you said. Last one. You said you're a Nirvana girl, so here we go. Come as you are.
As you were, as you wanted to be. Dude, I literally make up lyrics like in the 90s.
As
like,
you were, perfect.
Okay. Woo.
I'm the worst at that, by the way. I do that. I did that all the time, and then I find out the lyrics later. I'm like, that sucks.
I know.
Can I go back to my lyrics?
Right.
All right. I know you're over time, and I want to say a huge thank you. Is there anything anything you'd like to say before we let you go?
Thank you so much for having me, PV. And, if this resonated, I hate to ask for money, folks, but we are only working on individual contributions. So please go to alani4mt.com and pitch in a couple bucks for the vinyl collection. And so we can pay for our music subscription when we're on the road. But this has been so much fun. Thank you for inviting me on the show. This was wonderful. And I look forward to meeting you at some point. But otherwise, follow us, stay connected.
In the chat, folks.
Yep.
Just let them know they had the address there. Alani4MT, Alani4 Montana. Thank you so much, Alani. I know you got to get on the road, get up to Missoula. We'll get you out of here. I'll switch over to my other screen, and you can end the call and all that fun stuff. And I will see you hopefully another time, because I hope the campaign goes well. I wish you the best of luck. And if you want to do this again, stay in touch, and I might reach out and just see how you're doing and see if you want to do it again at some point too.
For sure. Thanks, PV. Take care. Bye.